It's a mixed sort of a start to trade in India, with the equity markets fluctuating between gains and losses. Of course, we've got a lot to catch up on. Yesterday was a holiday, but the US markets were quite volatile over the past couple of sessions. First, on account of the inflation print that came in much higher than expected, and that perhaps to a certain extent spooking market participants with the thought that maybe the Fed is not going to be able to stay accommodative for very long. Of course, yesterday you also had the jobless claims data that came in much higher than expected, much better than expected rather, and that has lent some positivity to say that the US economy is now back on track. That's what's happening in the US. Now here in India, let's look at what the constituents of the Nifty are telling you. About 18 constituents in the green at the start right now. Right on top, Asian Paints looking very, very good on the back of results, up as much as 9%. UPL also on the back of results, up as much as 8%, and that's stellar moves from those two companies. ITC doing well in trade, up as much as 3%, and a few other FMCG names also among the gainers. You have the likes of Britannia, you have the likes of Nestle also doing quite well. On the losing end, you have Hindalco, and in fact quite a few of the metal counters that are not doing particularly well. Hindalco losing about 2.6%, Tata Steel down about 2.1%, JSW Steel down close to 1.6% or thereabouts. Now let's zoom out and look at the market breadth as a whole. It is favoring the gainers, about 1040 advances to about 750 declines at this juncture, and that is reflective in well, just to a certain extent how the mood is. At the same time, you have a situation where the broader market indices are underperforming to a certain extent the benchmark. You have both the Nifty small cap as well as the mid cap index trading with cuts at this juncture. Let's look at the sectoral picture then. You have the Nifty Bank that's treading water at this point, but with gains of about 0.2%. You have the FMCG index that is outperforming, as well as the PSU banking index that's not looking too bad. But among the losers, definitely the metals are the weakest today, down about 2.4% in trade. The others are not really doing very badly. So you have the pharma index that's down about 0.3%, IT that's down about 1% or so. So all told, we're closing the week perhaps largely unchanged from what we have seen in the recent past. Earnings will be in focus. Individual names will be watched out for, the likes of Asian Paints and UPL. You have a lot of pharma companies that are going to be in focus. Lupin, of course, and then you have Dr. Reddy's and Cipla that will be in focus on account.